Hi everyone. This is module number 133 for the subject of strategic human resource management. And in this module, we will talk about some talent management processes and practices which are indirectly associated with human resource management and HRD. If you guys remember, in the last module, we talked about some practices which are directly associated with the HRM or HRD. And in the module, I also said that obviously it next would be coming some practices which are indirectly associated with HRM. When we talk about that talent acquisition, talent retention, or talent management, we talk about the whole organization. It is not only the responsibility. Obviously, the main responsibility lies at the heart of human resource management. But when employees are or when people are working towards an organization or for an organization, they see an organization as a whole. It is not only the human resource management practices, and human resource department is not the only department which looks after the human resource in the organization as a whole. But there are some other things which are also important in retention and attracting the human resource or talent for an organization. So some practices which are making it short, some practices which are indirectly associated can be termed as developing employee loyalty. So whether it is the organization or the HR practices or the human resource development practices, some practices they can facilitate an organization to develop employee loyalty towards that organization. When employees are loyal towards that organization, we also assume that the employee is going to stay in that organization if the employee is the right employee and you also want that employee to stay in your organization. So risk management practices, people also avoid working for organizations where there is a risk to their physical, social, and psychological, and financial and economic health. So developing and nurturing a supportive culture, as I said that when an organization is, why we say these are the indirect practices, that when human resource management or the line managers and when the top management, which is not part of the human resource professionals, when everybody is developing policies and practices for an organization, and ultimately it results in the form of an organization culture. And organizations vary in their culture, and organizational culture is one of the important thing which can facilitate in an organization to retain a talent. If the people find that they are misfit in a particular organization, or the culture is not something what they were looking for example, the culture might not be in an organization. There may not be a culture of competition, may not be a culture of stimulating work, may not be a culture of rewarding and recognizing people contributions. As a result, you may see that talent is leaving the organization. So these are the indirect practices, because HR is or HR professionals contribute a lot in a culture of an organization, but eventually there are a lot of other factors that develop the overall culture of an organization, which is how we work here or how things work here. A shared belief among the people how we work in this organization, or how things work in this organization. So this is a shared belief when we talk about the culture. So teamwork, collaboration, and knowledge sharing. This is another feature of an organization culture that help and facilitate and retention of the talent. Organization development and knowledge management, innovation and research and development. Obviously, it may be very difficult for small organizations, fairly speaking, to offer all these things, but it is not necessary that one organization should have everything in their bucket or in their plate to offer to the employees, and then that employee can stay or retain, can be retained by the organization. Organizations, they can offer physical well-being, subjective well-being, and psychological well-being of the employees. Employees will recognize that this is, or the organization is in the right direction, or they look after their well-being or the well-being of their families. um, might be something which is considered valuable and indirectly associated with retention of or acquiring of that particular talent. Thank you.